everybody. This is Kurt Quinnell from Lake of the Woods with this week's report. Especially early in the season, these weekly reports I know are pretty important because if you haven't got a chance to get up and fish yet, you're chomping on the bit as to when you can go. Merry Christmas, by the way. This is Christmas week, Tuesday. Now, I fished all day yesterday. All day. I was out early. Good things happened. I caught my first slot of the year. The fish that I caught were nice. I didn't catch very many. I've got something a little different going on here. I have a bobber on. I don't usually have a bobber, but it's fun to watch a bobber go down. And that's what I'm looking at. My little ice buster bobber. I've got a little jig on it, so I've pinched off most of that bobber to give me the right buoyancy. I just want it up at water level. There's a fish down there right now, but I'm not getting him to change. I said I really haven't gotten into them so great out here, but you're busy. There's fish on the depth finder, heck, all day. And every day you get a couple of really big fish that come through. I had a suspended fish yesterday. It was 12, 15 feet up off the bottom, and I cranked up on it twice with my jigging spoon, and he bit that, but I missed him, so I came up with my jig and bounced it twice, and he hit that one. I had him on for 2 or 3 seconds. What happens, I think, with those big suspended fish, and they're aggressive, they'll bite, but they take the whole jig in their mouth, and they never get a hook in them. You set the hook, they've got the jig pressed in there. So all I got to do is open their mouth, and the jig comes popping out. Another suspended fish. Here we go. Here he comes. Here we go. Suspended. He was 10 feet off the bottom. This isn't a giant, but it's a nice enough fish. It's come on, baby. Hold still, but boy, it happens that fast. Boy, he's strong and powerful. That fish was 12 feet off the bottom. He just rolled in. You got to watch your depth finder. I saw him, and you saw me. I jigged twice for it. And it is just touches 19. One fish today so far. Well, I haven't been here that long. I haven't been here 20 minutes, I don't think. But there's one. Whew, the first one. So I'm going to watch for those suspended ones. I think that's the second suspended fish I've seen since I started fishing. And he just came through up off the bottom, lifted up, boom, boom, pow. And he hit it. And usually, now I used to say they're always, but usually they're nice fish like this. Or sometimes they're even the big whoppers. Still pretty jacked about that suspended fish. You watch for them, and it doesn't happen a lot. I would imagine some days it happens more than others, but just I keep looking away from the camera down here because I'm watching the depth finder. I watch this all day. I sit and look at that. This top line, that's my little spoon on it. That's actually, I've got a Frosty on there. That's a pretty good bait. It hasn't been hot for me the last couple of days, but I'm going to stick with it. It's a pink and white glow one, which is pretty good. And this line here, the one below that, and there's a fish by it now, is my jig line. You see it going up and down now. That fish that I just caught in there, that other red line, that one that came up there, there's a fish down there. I think it's little. But that fish that I caught just now goes way up here. That's at 22 feet. I'm in 28 feet of water. Well, actually, it was higher. It was over here. So this is the zoom of this. But it was up at least 10 feet off the bottom. I mentioned before that we had 3 or 4 inches of snow Sunday night into Monday, which is awesome. We needed some snow out here. But tonight, we're supposed to get 3 or 4, and tomorrow morning another 1 or 2. So we may have 6 or 7 inches of new snow out here. It's supposed to be a storm statewide, but we're up here on the northern end of it. It's not going to be that bad up here, but we're going to get some snow and some wind overnight tonight. Then things should straighten out by Christmas Eve. But Then starting tomorrow, which will be Wednesday, with all that snow, the bottom's going to fall out of the temperatures. It's going to be cold, below zero for highs for a day or so, and then by the weekend, thank goodness, it'll be back up into the teens and pretty decent. So we'll just hunker down over Christmas. This will be my last time out. I'm not coming out tomorrow. I'm just going to leave things sit out here, and I'll venture back out like on Friday, and then on the weekend when everyone comes, I may take the weekend off and sit around and look at my Christmas presents. I told you I was using a bobber, which I don't usually do. I got to show you one thing about bobbers. Here that bobber is, up against this side of the hole. The current's pulling it that way. We're going to put it down, and when I'm sitting up here in my chair like this, no matter which way that bobber has to go so you can't see it, that's the way they're going to go. Like I said, I love fishing with bobbers, but that's one of the things about them. And I know you've noticed it too. On Lake of the Woods, the fish bite some time of the day, heck every day. It's rare to have a day that's just a stinker all day, and not that it can't happen, but it doesn't happen very often. So if you're fishing in the morning, and I generally fish the mornings, that's when I fish, and they don't bite, they're going to bite in the afternoon. Now, lately, it's been from 1:30 in the afternoon on. You catch a couple, in the morning, and then if you're ever going to get a run, it's going to be after 1:30 and probably after 4. Now, a week ago, the bite was from 8 until 10 or 10 until noon. In the afternoon, it slowed down. So that pendulum swings one way and then the other. An afternoon bite is where they have. I'm lucky I got the one that I got here this morning. I still have been here fishing for just about an hour, and I'm not going to stay out here much longer. I'd like to catch one more before I go, but the one I've got is decent. That's just what we were looking for. We'll probably have this one on Friday night. But that's what I know about what's going on at Lake of the Woods. It all looks good for this weekend and the weekend after New Year's for sure. But again, I just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope that everything turns out good for you. I hope we get through this storm coming up tonight and into tomorrow, and the cold snap that's coming in after that. By the weekend, heck, the weather's going to be nice. So, again, Merry Christmas. Lake of the Woods, I'm Kurt Quinell. Hopefully I'll see you soon out here on the ice, all right?